Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question comes to us straight out of the judge vault. Amy attacks with the grizzly bears, and Nick blocks it. Then Amy kills Nick's blocker with a removal spell. Can grizzly bears deal damage to Nick this combat? To answer this question, we'll need to know this important fact. Even though there are no longer any creatures blocking it, the grizzly bears still officially counts as a blocked creature. One consequence of this is that you would not be able to return grizzly bears with a ninjutsu ability, because it isn't an unblocked creature. Another, more relevant to this scenario that we're considering, is that when the time to deal combat damage rolls around, it will deal its combat damage to the creatures blocking it. Except there are no creatures blocking grizzly bears, so it just won't get to deal any combat damage at all. This means that if the grizzly bears had lifelink, Amy would not gain any life. Or if Amy had an Umezawa's Jit attached to the grizzly bears, it wouldn't get any counters, because both of those are predicated upon actually dealing damage. Getting around giving on-damage effects to your opponent is one of the major practical applications of this trick in real gameplay. If Amy played a spell that gave her grizzly bears trample, the answers to these scenarios would all change. Trample lets you damage your opponent after you've dealt lethal damage to all of the blockers. But if there are no blockers left when the damage is getting assigned, then you can send all of it straight to your opponent's face. Be careful to read the trigger conditions carefully though, because some abilities trigger specifically when you deal damage to a creature. Such abilities would not trigger in a case like the one that we're considering. Another weird thing is that the damage doesn't count as being prevented if the blockers aren't around to receive it. The game just doesn't let the attacking creature assign or deal the damage. This is similar to how if you lightning bolt a creature and that creature gets sacrificed in response, the damage from the lightning bolt doesn't officially count as being prevented either, even though that's maybe what you would say if you were colloquially describing that play to a friend. This means that if Amy had an Excruciator instead of a grizzly bears, she still wouldn't be dealing any damage to Nick. In addition to avoiding having your opponent gain life with lifelink, another major time when this interaction comes up is when an attacking creature has double strike. Even if the double striker finishes off all of its blockers during the first strike, it will not deal any damage to the opponent during the second. Unless, of course, the double striker has trample. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. Until then, I hope you have a great day.